Facing eviction? Don't panic. If your landlord served you with a notice of petition and petition, you have a very limited time to respond. Missing the deadline can mean an automatic eviction. This video will show you the correct steps to take right now to file a response and protect your home. Let's go.
Okay, let's be real. Finding court papers taped to your door, it's a gut punch. Super stressful. But listen, the most important thing right now is not to panic. We're going to walk through this step by step so you know exactly what to do to protect your home and respond with confidence. So we've broken this down into a really clear 5-step guide. We'll kick things off with what to do the moment you find that envelope. Then we'll figure out what kind of case you're dealing with. Super important. After that, we'll cover your first response, how to build your defense, and finally, where you can get help, because you're not in this alone. All right, let's dive in. All right, section 1, that envelope at your door. Look, those first few hours are absolutely critical, so let's get right into what you need to do. So you open it up, and you're staring at this thing called a Notice of Petition and Petition. What does that even mean? Well, it means your landlord has officially started an eviction case against you in housing court. The clock has started ticking, and what you do next is everything. And that first move, it's actually pretty simple. You need to read those papers and figure out what kind of case this is. I can't stress this enough. This is the most important first step because the type of case completely changes your deadline and what you have to do next. And that brings us right to section 2, non-payment versus holdover. You've got to know which one of these you're dealing with. It's the key to everything, meeting your deadline, building your case, all of it. Okay, so look at the difference here. They're totally different paths. If it's a non-payment case, meaning your landlord says you owe rent, you have to file a written response. It's called an answer, and you only have 10 days to do it. But if it's a holdover case, where they want the apartment back for some other reason, your job is to show up in court on the specific date they give you. See how different that is? Getting this right from the start is crucial. Okay, on to section 3, your critical first response. Now, if you have a holdover case, your job is to get ready for that court date. But for this explainer, we're going to focus in on the non-payment case because it's the one that requires you to take action right away before you even have a court date. I want you to burn this number into your brain. 10. You have 10 days. And here's the catch. It's 10 calendar days. That includes weekends and holidays, not just business days. This deadline is no joke. If you miss it, the court could issue a judgment against you automatically. So yeah, it's serious. So what even is this answer they keep talking about? Think of it like this. It's your formal, written reply to what your landlord is claiming. It's not just paperwork. This is your chance, your official opportunity to tell the court your side of the story and list all the legal reasons, your defenses, for why you believe they're wrong. I know, filing a legal document sounds super intimidating, but let's just break it down into 5 manageable steps. 1, get the form. You can get it online or just grab one from the courthouse. 2, fill it out. You're basically just copying the case info from the papers you got. 3, and this is the most important part, list your defenses, everything you can think of. 4, mail a copy to the landlord's attorney. Their address is right on the petition. And 5, file the original with the court clerk. That's it. You can do this. All right, section 4, building your defense. We've covered the how of filing the answer. Now let's get into the what, the stuff that really matters. We're talking about the legal reasons that show the landlord's case has holes in it. These are your defenses. And you probably have more defenses than you even realize. For example, think about it. Is your apartment in bad shape because the landlord won't do repairs? That's a defense. Were the papers just left on the floor of your building and not delivered correctly? That's a defense. Are they charging you more than the legal rent? Did you already pay? Did they refuse to take your money? All of these things, even incorrect information on the petition, are valid defenses you need to write down. Now, this is so important. Listen up. If you don't write a defense down in your answer, you might not be allowed to talk about it later in court. You could literally lose the right to use it. So you have to include every single possible reason you can think of, even if you're not 100% sure about it yet. Put it all down. Okay, and this brings us to our final section. And honestly, it might be the most important one of all. It's called You Are Not Alone. Because you're not. Let's talk about where you can find help. It's so easy to feel lost in a system that really feels like it was designed for lawyers, not for regular people. If you're feeling overwhelmed and confused, that's totally normal. But the key thing to remember is you do not have to figure this all out on your own. You know, here in New York City, there's actually something called a right to counsel for tenants. That means you might be able to get a free lawyer. But even if you don't qualify for a completely free lawyer, there is still help available. There are tons of places you can go for free legal advice and support. Just look at this list. This is your support network. You can call for free legal help. If you need financial help with rent, you can contact HRA. You can literally walk into the courthouse and go to the help center to talk to a court attorney for free. There are websites, there's help if you need an interpreter. Seriously, take a screenshot of this. These resources exist to help you. So, there you have it. That's the plan. Step 1, figure out what kind of case it is. Step 2, know your deadline. Step 3, file your answer and list all your defenses. And now the last question is for you. Now that you have a plan, what is your very first call? Who are you going to reach out to for help? Making that call, taking that first step, that is the most powerful thing you can do right now.
You did it. Remember, never miss your deadline or your court date, and always get free help from the Housing Court Help Center if you are unsure. Stay safe, my fellow New Yorkers. May you be well.